pleasure to be here today with you, and I'm going to be talking about the biomechanical analysis for SCR for reinforcement of congenital cuff tear repair. The background for this study, superior capsule reconstruction, has provided a biomechanically and clinically supported solution for patients with massive irreparable cuff tears. However, the utility of superior capsule reconstruction for patients with degenerative but reparable cuff tears has not been biomechanically evaluated. It has been clinically evaluated by the same group in 2019 in AGSM, when it was established that when superior capsule reconstruction was done for degenerative cuff tears, it's consistent with less re-tear rate, but there hasn't been a biomechanical evaluation for that. So the purpose of our study was to evaluate the biomechanical effect of superior capsule reconstruction utilized to augment the repair of degenerative but reparable rotator cuff tears. The experiments were performed at the Orthopedic Biomechanics Lab, Congress Medical Foundation in Pasadena, California, and the results are pending publication. The group led by Professor Mihata included Ms. Michelle McGeary, Dr. Ray Morikura, Dr. Neo, and Dr. Thai Curie. And this is the foundation slide here. So we repeated the study on 8 cadaveric shoulders, which were tested in a custom shoulder testing system. And we looked at 4 variables. The 4 variables were superior-inferior translation, anterior-posterior translation, subacromial contact pressure, and the glenohumeral range of motion. So we looked at those 4 variables in 5 conditions. And the first condition was intact. The first condition is intact rotator cuff. The second condition is reparable but non-degenerative rotator cuff tear. The third condition is reparable degenerative rotator cuff tear. The fourth condition is primary repair of condition 3. And condition 5 is superior capsular reconstruction, reinforced repair of condition 3. So if we keep those 4 variables in mind and 5 conditions in mind, it's easy to follow for the rest of the presentation. This is a picture of the shoulder testing system at the Congress Medical Foundation in Pasadena, California, where the experiments were conducted. You can see the microscribe that helped us determine the position of the humerus in 3D space, and the TEC scan that helped us evaluate the subacromial pressure. The scapula was rigidly fixed to the system, and the humerus was connected to a intermediary device that allowed us 3-dimensional control of the specimens. The muscles were loaded and lines were fed through customized muscle plates to allow for anatomic lines of pull, and the desired forces of each particular loading condition were applied using weights. Unbalanced loading conditions simulated the superior load being applied to the humeral head. To the upper right, there's a picture of one of the specimens, and you can see the screws that helped us correlate the distance between the humeral head and the fixed scapula. There were 3 screws applied to the scapula, 2 in the acromial arch, 1 in the coracoid that you see over over here. And then there are 3 screws just posterior to the bicipital groove in the proximal humerus. This is one of the 5th condition specimen. And the lower picture here shows the scapula connected to the shoulder testing device. And this is condition 1, which is intact cuff. This is a picture of the 5 different conditions. A is the condition 1, which is the intact cuff. B is a full thickness cuff tear that's non-degenerative. So basically inconsistent with the anatomic studies that Dr. Sugaya presented earlier. We basically release the insertion of the supraspinatus, starting at the posterior aspect of the bicipital groove and progressing 1 centimeter posteriorly and lifting the entire insertion of the superior capsule and of the supraspinatus of the footprint of the greater tuberosity. Photos C1, C2, and C3 show the condition 3, which is degenerative cuff tear. To do that, we excise the superior capsule. And C3 shows the diminutive appearance of the cuff after excision of the superior capsule. D is condition 4, which is repair of the degenerative cuff tear. And E is the superior capsular reinforced repair of the degenerative cuff tear. So 5 conditions and 4 variables tested again. There hasn't been a description in the literature on degenerative cuff tear modeling for biomechanical analysis. So this slide shows how we created the degenerative cuff tear model. Top left is condition 2, where there's a full thickness cuff tear, but it's non-degenerative. Here you can see that we've dissected the supraspinatus of the supraspinous fossa, and you can see the superior capsule laterally, and the superior capsule insertion on medial to the glenoid. Here we have reflected the supraspinatus laterally under the acromial arch. And here we have marked the superior capsule in preparation to its excision medially. And here we see the insertion of the superior capsule just medial to the glenoid bone area. In the middle here we can see that the superior capsule now has been excised, and it's only the superior capsule that's underlying the supraspinatus tendon. After excision of the superior capsule, now you can see the superior labrum and the biceps tendon, and the superior capsule underlying infraspinatus has been left intact. We completed the excision of the superior capsule coming laterally. And you can see here the superior capsule lateral aspect is being excised. Here we see the superior capsule outside the body now after its excision. And again, you see the diminutive appearance of the cuff. Compare this to that, you can see how thinned out when we created the 3rd condition, which is the degenerative cuff tear. Condition 4 is straightforward. That's repair of the degenerative cuff tear or degenerative cuff tear unaugmented repair. Condition 5 is the superior capsular reconstruction enforced cuff tear repair. And we did that according to the published technique in 2019 AGSM by Dr. Mihata, Dr. Taikyu Lee, Dr. Hasegawa, and their group. And just briefly here, this actually has been described many times today. We tried to be very authentic to the technique, although we were doing it in the lab. We did it step by step just like we do it in the operating room. You can see here with the graft being fixed using one anchor, just like Professor Mihara presented in his second talk, with the double, with the one anchor and two sutures to fix, one anterior and one posterior. And you can see here the lateral repair after the supraspinal, after the graft has been passed. You can see the native diminutive cuff over here, and there's fixation and double row as well. And here, after we did the repair, after we did the superior capsule reconstruction, we reflected the supraspinalis, and you can see the superior capsular graft reconstruction with side-to-side sutures posteriorly. This is the only difference actually between the clinical technique and the biomechanical. We did one side-to-side suture to simulate what it would look like when we do superior capsule reconstruction augmentation after healing of the capsule. Biomechanical measurements, we measured, the measurements were obtained at 0, 30, and 60 degrees of glenohumeral abduction, which corresponds to 0, 45, and 90 degrees of shoulder abduction. Humeral rotation was assessed by applying a 2.2 Newton torque under balance load to measure maximum internal rotation and maximum external rotation. And the superior humeral head translation was calculated by digitizing the screws on the fixed acromion and the screws on the humerus with a microscribe. And the computer helped us with the averages. And the subacromial contact characteristics with unbalanced load were acquired using the TechScan pressure sensor. This is very similar to the biomechanical techniques utilized to look at the superior capsule reconstruction done for massive cuff tears in the paper published in AGSM 2012 by the group. Results. So the same way, we're going to go with the same sequence with the results with the first two conditions presented in this slide. So this looks at the effects of creating a rotator cuff tear and a degenerative rotator cuff tear on superior translation. Creating a cuff tear caused a small increase in superior translation that was significant only at 0 degrees of external rotation and 0 degrees of abduction, and it was minimal at 21%. In the rest of the conditions, there was no significant increase in superior translation with the non-degenerative cuff tear. So that's condition 2. However, creating a degenerative cuff tear by excising the superior capsule caused a statistically and clinically significant increase in superior translation compared to the intact condition. There was a trend, as you can see over here, in all angles of abduction and all angles of external rotation. There was a trend to increasing superior translation when the degenerative cuff tear model was created. This trend became significant at 0 degrees of glenohumeral abduction and 0 degrees of external rotation at 117%, at 30 degrees external rotation at 106% increase, and at 60 degrees of external rotation with 126% increase in superior translation. So the summary of this slide is that when we created the non-degenerative cuff tear model, condition 2, there was minimal increase in superior translation, but that increase became significant when we created the degenerative cuff tear model. The effects of performing a primary degenerative cuff repair on superior translation. So this is now condition 4. primary repair of degenerative cuff tear caused a decrease in superior translation compared to the degenerative tear condition. And this was significant at 0 degrees of abduction and 30 degrees of abduction. However, degenerative repair alone was not sufficient to restore the superior stability of the model to that of the intact state. And we're going to elaborate on this numerically later. The effect of performing superior capsule reconstruction reinforced degenerative cuff tear repair and superior translation. So now we're talking about condition 5. And the first variable, which is superior translation. So compared to the degenerative cuff tear, the improvement in superior translation obtained with superior capsule reconstruction reinforced repair was significantly greater than the change obtained with degenerative cuff tear repair alone. If you look at those numbers over here, this is condition 4, and those numbers over here is condition 5. Condition 4 is primary repair of degenerative cuff tear. Condition 5 is superior capsular reconstruction reinforced repair of degenerative cuff tear. And you can see those numbers: 24% improvement in superior translation and superior stability versus 134% improvement with the SCR enforced repair, 40% versus 192%, 35% versus 128%. All these differences were statistically significant. And this is a summary slide of the results, including the first variable, superior inferior translation, and all 5 conditions. It's a busy slide, but if you look at the colored ovals here, you can see the reference is the intact state. So the reference is 100 all over. To the left, you can see the degree glenohumeral abduction. So 0 degrees glenohumeral abduction is 0 degrees shoulder abduction, 30 degrees glenohumeral abduction corresponding to 45 shoulder abduction, and 60 degrees glenohumeral abduction corresponding to 90 degrees of shoulder abduction. And then you can see that at 0, 30, and 60 external rotation for each angle of abduction. So this is the reference at 100. Like we said earlier, minimal difference, minimal change when we created the full thickness non-degenerative cuff tear. But you can see that statistically significant increase in the trend to increasing here pretty much in all angles when we created the degenerative cuff tear model. That's condition 3. And looking at condition 4, you can see that there is improvement towards the intact condition, but not quite there. And now we can see when we did the superior capsule reconstruction, reinforced repair, we can see that those numbers are pretty much equal or better to the intact condition, except at 0, 0. So we talked about 4 variables. This slide looks at the first variable, which is superior inferior translation, and all 5 conditions. There was no significant change among the 5 conditions in terms of AP translation, the second variable, subacromial contact pressure, the third variable, and range of motion, the fourth variable. And these are the tables in the background that depict that. The change in superior translation obtained with SCR reinforced repair was significantly greater than the change obtained with degenerative cuff tear repair performed in isolation. comparing the two conditions. So now we're comparing condition 4, which is primary degenerative cuff tear repair, versus condition 5, which SCR, reinforced repair. The SCR reinforced repair gave us 71% better translation at 0 degrees abduction and 30 degrees external rotation. It gave us 110% better at 0 degrees abduction, 60 degrees external rotation, and 93% better at 30 degrees abduction and 60 degrees of external rotation. At those angles of abduction and external rotation, only the superior capsule reconstruction augmented degenerative cuff repair was capable of restoring superior translation to equal or better than the intact state. And that's what we saw basically in that summary table presented in the results. So correlating those biomechanical results with the clinical results that's already been published by the group. These results suggest that retears of primarily repaired tendons without SCR augmentation may result from residual superior instability leading to abrasion and retears after surgery. The survival rate of SCR augmented degenerative cuff repair may be higher than that of primary degenerative cuff tear repair done in isolation. So basically we're saying here that those biomechanical results reflect the clinical results that have already been published. In conclusion, results of this study support the hypothesis that SCR, when performed to augment degenerative cuff tears, confers statistically significant improvement in superior stability of the construct without limiting range of motion, whereas primary repair done in isolation only partially restores superior stability. This is the last slide. And this is an important slide for the clinician who's looking and repairing degenerative cuff tears. So when we look at degenerative cuff tears, some of those are very easy indications. You look at degenerative cuff tears that are with the cuff that's paper thin, see-through cuff, 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters left of the cuff, like that slide that Dr. Mehata showed earlier in his second presentation. It's a paper thin cuff. It's obvious if you're going to fix that, you're not going to have an intact construct. Or you're not going to have the clinical improvement that you'd expect, and that's an obvious indication for augmentation of superior capsule reconstruction. In this study, when we went from condition 2 to condition 3, we measured the thickness at the lateral aspect of the cuff tear. So the lateral edge of the supraspinatus was compared before and after the superior capsule was excised. The difference was 25%, statistically significant difference between the cuff tear and the degenerative cuff tear. So the degenerative cuff tear in this model is equivalent to 25% loss of original tendon thickness. Hence, when there's 25% or more loss of tendon thickness, SCR augmentation of degenerative cuff tear may be clinically indicated. Dr. Sigawa mentioned in his presentation that he expects, as time goes by, the indications of augmentation for degenerative cuff tear is going to increase over time. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think that when we're doing superior capsule reconstruction for massive cuff tears, the indication is easy and straightforward. You know, you have a massive cuff tear. Some of us look at age when we do superior capsule reconstruction versus a reverse shoulder replacement to help us with the decision making. However, it's not as easy when you're looking at degenerative factors. The indication is still not as clear-cut. And if you look at PubMed Medline, and you look up the term superior capsule reconstruction, well, in 2012 was the first time that entered our vocabulary when Dr. Mehata published the biomechanical analysis in AGSM with Dr. Taiku Lee and the rest of the group. In 2013, there was the clinical results were published. If you look in 2015, 2016, 2017, each year the number of STR mentioned in PubMed Medline doubled. And then between 2017 and 2018, it's quadrupled. So it's obvious that STR is here to stay, that it's spreading worldwide, starting from Japan, like Dr. Sugaya mentioned. And I think that the indications for augmentation of degenerative cuff tears with superior capsule reconstruction is going to get also more and more common. I'm hoping that this study will help us define those indications better. And thank you for your time. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you. I need to summarize the Japanese briefly. この研究ですね、極上筋を切っただけでやっぱ情報化せずに、極上筋切って、その下の関節包を取り除くと情報化が起こって、極上筋の断裂サイズは同じでもですね、で、その後その断裂を縫うだけでは情報化が戻らなくて、SCR してリペアしたら戻ったという、そういうスタディです。Any question in English or Japanese or comment or
Congratulations, nice data. My question is about how to create a degenerative factor model. In your study, 25% loss of the thickness, but do you have any data over 50%, 75%? And also another question is sometimes thickness also very thin, but sometimes very fragile and easy to damage. How do you simulate those degenerative conditions in your study?
So I think that's a very good question, and we were actually considering presenting our data in 2 installments to create a cuff tear model first and publish that, and then go to the present publication. The way we created the degenerative cuff tear is first we started the dissection of the supraspinatus of the fossa, of the supraspinous fossa, as medially as possible, lifting it off its bony bed. When we reached the superior capsular insertion, medial to the granule, it was easy to define that separation. And this is very similar to the slides that Dr. Sugaya presented earlier. So we were able to lift the supraspinatus off the capsule. So we went medial and we progressed lateral, and then you can see here in this slide, okay, so you can see that the supraspinatus has been lifted off its bony bed in the supraspinous fossa. And then we dissected the supraspinatus of the superior capsule. And the consistency of the muscle fibers is very different from the consistency of the superior capsule. So it's easy to use an elevator and separate the two, because we already started medially, so the fibers of the supraspinatus are easily defined. So with the elevator, we continued that with the same plane, lifting the supraspinatus off the superior capsule. And that's how we were able to create the degenerative cuff tear model consistency, because every time we did it the exact same way. We lifted the supraspinatus of its bony bed. We separated it from the superior capsule. We reflected it laterally. And then we excised the entire superior capsule medially, and then we progressed. After we defined the superior capsule, we excised it. And then what we did is we just measured what's left. So, and what was left after excising the superior capsule was close to that 75% of the original thickness. So we didn't go saying that, okay, we're going to take 25% of the thickness. We came the other way around, where we just defined the anatomy, we excised what's superior capsular tissue, and what we're left with is the supraspinatus tissues. That's why it was consistent, and that's how we defined that 25% statistically significant decrease in thickness as the degenerative cuff tear model. Does that answer?
Yeah, thank you.
And we're hoping actually to publish that at some point, so that people who are looking, I think as time goes by, that this model, the degenerative cuff tear model, is probably important for clinicians and researchers who are looking to look at that. So I think it's important to help define that in the literature, and we look forward to publish that at some point as well.
Thank you very much. 面白いです。多分いろんなタイプの変性断裂があるということで、今回はいろんなのないのかということかと思うんですけど、一応鍵盤は正常な方なので、上関節だけを取るとやっぱりもう、大体本当 25% ぐらいしかないっていうことだから、 75% 分ぐらいは鍵盤なんだなっていう厚みがですね。でそれを多分もっと薄くなっている人っていうのはやっぱりもう上関節層だけじゃなくて鍵盤もやっぱり変性して薄くなってるっていうことなんでしょうけど、ちょっと今回のバイオメカのキャラバーではちょっとなかなかそこまでは作れてないということなんで、多分データも出ないということだと思うんですけど。Any question? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。一応